Hello everyone. 20 kids enrolled for a basketball camp. Their heights in centimeters were recorded. Now, this collected data is called raw data, but this is very unorganized and therefore difficult to analyze. Let's say we want to know the number of kids having height above 150 centimeters or the height which is occurred the most. We have to scan a long list. To make it easier, we convert into something called ungrouped frequency distribution table. Frequency is how often a value occurs, right? So we can have the height over here and number of kids, that is the frequency. So just fill in the values. For example, we have 3 kids having height of 130 centimeter, right? So fill in these values and make this table. Now let us say we want to calculate the mean height. We can calculate this mean by direct or simple method which involves multiplying this height with the frequency and then summing them up. But multiplying gets difficult and cumbersome with larger numbers. So do we have a way out? Yes, we do. When numbers get large or messy, calculating the mean can be long, difficult, and maybe prone to errors. That is when deviation method comes in. It actually simplifies the math by shrinking the numbers. We replace the big numbers with smaller ones. How do we do that? For example, we have these original numbers, right? Original values. We measure how far each value is from a reference point called assumed mean. Let us look at it in detail. So this is our data set, right? We have 9 values over here. We can choose any one assumed mean from it. Let's say we are choosing 146 over here. Let's highlight this. Now you can choose any of these values as the assumed mean, okay? Now let us do one thing. Let us replace this height. Let's just write xi over here. This xi is nothing but a notation. This I denotes the number of the data set, for data point. For example, this is x1, x2, x3, and so on. Let's write fi. Again, this is frequency 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Now, since the method is deviation method, we need to find the deviation. So let's bring 2 more columns. And in this column, we'll put in the deviation, which is denoted by di, which is actually xi minus assumed mean. So over here, xi is 130, assumed mean is fixed, 146. So 130 minus 146, negative 16. We do this for the entire data set, okay? So 132 minus 146, that is negative 14. We find all the values, negative 10, this is negative 8, 146 minus 146, this is 0. This is 148 minus 146, 2, this will be 3, this will be 6, and this will be 40, right? Next, we will multiply fi into dl. That is, we are multiplying the deviation into the corresponding frequency. So we have negative 48, negative 14, negative 20, negative 8 into 4 is negative 32. So you see the calculation becomes relatively much easier. Instead of multiplying 130 into 4, we just have to do this quicker, smaller calculations. 2 into 0 would be 0. This is 2, 12, this is 6, and this is 28. Now, what is the next step? Next is the formula for the deviation method. So let's look at the formula for mean. Mean is denoted by x bar. This is called x bar. The formula is assumed mean plus summation of FIDL. This is a symbol for summation. It means we add up all the values of FIDI divided by summation of FI. So let's write down assumed mean. We already have it, 146. We do not know the sum of FIDI, so let's calculate it. Let's first sum up all these negative values. This will be 8, 4, 12, 14, negative 114. Okay, now let's sum up all these positive values as well. 0, 2, 12, 6, 28. This is 48. So we have minus 114 plus 48, which is minus 66. So the sum is minus 66. Let's calculate the total of this frequency. We know we took the sample of 20 kids, right? This is 20. Now let's put in the values over here. Negative 66 divided by 20. So we can simplify it by 2. This will be 10, 33. So negative 33 by 10, which is 146 minus 3.3. So our mean over here is 142.7 centimeters. Okay. Let us look at one more example. The question is, if the mean of the following distribution is 7.2, find the value of k. So we are already given the mean. We need to find a missing frequency over here. Okay, let's bring our two columns. And over here, we need to find the deviation, right? Which is xi minus a. We can take any value for assumed mean. Let us take 8 over here. Okay. Let's find the deviation. 2 minus 8, negative 6. Then we have negative 4. Then we have negative 2, 0, 2, and 4. Let's find fi into di. Minus 24, minus 28, minus 20, 0. 2 into k would be 2k. 3 into 4 is 12. Now we know the formula already, right? We need to find sum of FIDI. So let's put in the values that we know already. This mean, it is given, this is 7.2. Assumed mean, we have taken it to be 8. Let's find sum of FIDI now. Let's add the negative values. And the positive values are 2k and 12. So the total would be minus 72 plus 2k plus 12, which is minus 60 plus 2k. And let's calculate the total of this frequency as well. 7 for 11, 21, 37, this is plus 340. 40 plus k. Okay, now let's put the values over here. Minus 60 plus 2k upon 40 plus k. Let's take 8 on the left side, transpose it, it will become negative. Okay. And this is minus 0.8 equal to this. So let's cross multiply now. Minus 0.8 into 40 will be 32. And minus 0.8 into k is minus 0.8k. Okay. Now we can bring 60 over here. So this is 60 minus 32, 2k plus 0.8k. 28 is equal to 2.8k. K is 28 divided by 2.8, that is n. So our missing frequency is n.